Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mulheim, Germany. Who will join Terry Jenkins in the final? We are about to find out as we welcome our semi-finalist in the 888.com European Darts Championship, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation and live on ITV Sport. Time now to meet our players as we go double Dutch. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the five-time champion of the world, Raymond. And now, ladies and gentlemen, world-ranked #1 and the reigning champion of the world, mighty Michael
This is the first of two meetings between these two Dutch players. They actually are scheduled to meet in the first round of the Masters next weekend in Edinburgh. We'll look forward to that one, but right now we'll find out what happens next here at the European Championship. For the right to play Terry Jenkins in the final, first to 11 in the company of Alan Warner Little, and first Stuart Pike.
Yes, thank you, Matt, who will be celebrating the Dutch delight and a place in the final. Michael van Gerwen, too hot to handle for most of this tournament. Brilliant against Dave Chisnall in the quarterfinals, but a resurgent Raymond van Barneveld after his Dublin disasters when he suffered back problems and was throwing darts away and sheepishly bowed out of the tournament. But here he is 2 weeks later, renewed vigour, new glasses, new darts, new hope.
Well, darts is big in Holland, and you don't get any bigger than these two. A young pretender, world #1 world champion, Michael van Gerwen, and the legend, not just in Holland, but darts in general, Raymond van Barneveld. We could be in for a treat, Stuart. I'm sure there'll be drama, scoring, and entertainment.
All the pressure will be on Van Gerwen.
39.
He's expected to win. Of course, Barneveld beat him in an epic Grand Slam final and then beat him in May.
60.
One memorable night at the O2 in London when Barney beat Taylor and then Van Gerwen to win the Premier League. And Barneveld will fancy this. Looks relaxed.
The early part of the match for me is important for Barneveld. Don't want to get Van Gerwen too far in front, if possible. There's Mrs. MVG, recently married.
Barneveld, talk about a great start. Slow start from Van Gerwen. Brilliant start from Barneveld. You know, Van Gerwen has talked about the difficulty he sometimes has in playing against Raymond van Barneveld, and Barneveld will cash in on that, I'm sure.
Well, not with these three, he won't. Good last one though, recovered. The first two, if he was playing cricket, would have been given wides.
39.
Well, this is one of the worst legs of the week from weekend from Michael van Gerwen. Double 16 to win the opening leg against the throw.
56. Michael, you require 164.
Well, this will wake him up. We can check this one out. Hasn't yet got his range.
60.
Only in the first leg,
Michael,
mind.
you require 16.
Keep cool, Barney, he'll be telling himself. Keep composed. Great dart against the throw. Van Gerwen for running. We're going to have a new name on the European Championship trophy. Barneveld, Van Gerwen, or Jenkins, take your pick.
Well, we talk about percentages in darts when we look at finishing. But to me, it's more important to get it within throw. Deny your opponent 3 more darts at the double.
One big treble. That's all Michael van Gerwen's managed to hit in the match so far. 1 treble 20. Really struggling here. Barney must be able to sense it.
Get himself going, that's for sure. Obviously very early in the match. Better from Van Gerwen.
Well, that's disappointing. But Barney knows he can get inside Van Gerwen's head.
Well, he can. You've got to do it on the scoreboard as well. MVG fans there, been there all weekend. The Barney Army always in full cry, Stuart.
Yeah, wherever he goes. They're 2 of the most popular darts players in the world.
58.
A real struggle for Michael van Gerwen. Against Dave Chisnall in the quarterfinals, averaged 111. He wasn't missing.
Certainly out of the blocks. Well, this could reignite him. Oh, just couldn't quite get it underneath. Give him the opportunity for double 16 for the 152. So Barney back to the board. Leads 2-0. It's not a classic like we may have expected. But Barney won't be bothered. He's taken the first 2 legs.
34.
Van Gerwen's got to wake up here. Big favourite as he chases another major. It's been a dream couple of years for Michael van Gerwen. Won the World Grand Prix for the 2nd time in 3 years earlier this month in Dublin. Having a lot more success, isn't he, on the treble 19.
He's got a bit of a spark. First session, 5 legs. Well, he's doing it at the moment. By roll request.
97.
And again, treble 19.
Michael, you require 100.
Well, no players are used to it, Stuart, but it is and has to be hard, and you've got to get yourself up
96.
for a major quarter-final, and you have a break in the same day, back down and then back up again at some point later on. I know they're used to it. Sometimes it works in your favour, sometimes it doesn't. Tops for Van Gerwen to get up and running.
Doesn't look, just doesn't look comfortable, does he? My, this would hurt. Remember, Barney took out 144 to win his quarter-final.
Not this time.
85.
Michael needs to get up and running here. Doesn't matter which dart, as long as you hit the double.
incredible. Absolutely incredible. He's missed 6 darts to get on the board. Is this a gimme for Barney?
Well, both players certainly feeling not pressure, but just not relaxing. That's all it's down to. The smile from Michael tells you the story, really. Not a classic by any means, but eventually Michael van Gerwen gets up and running.
You can feel the tension, Alan, you really can. On the stage, how important it is. This is more like it. He makes it look easy.
Where have you been, Michael? Last 10 minutes.
80.
Switch.
59.
Yeah, the Premier League final in May, 10-6. The Grand Slam final, nearly 2 years ago now. 16-14, Barney won. Absolute thriller.
35.
Certainly, without being disrespectful, wasn't expected out of the 4 left to be the winner at the end of the day. But he did the business. He has done on many occasions. And treble 17 here will leave the middle for Diddle. Unlucky.
36.
Oh, a great effort from Barneveld against a very nervy-looking Michael van Gerwen.
Well, he started the leg with a maximum, after finally getting
Raymond, you require
a leg on the
20.
board. And since then, it's been a bag of spanners.
Good dart. Just when Van Gerwen thought he may have a crack at 80. But 80's all he's averaging.
That's why it's 3-1 down. No scoring. 1 maximum, 7 ton pluses, no 140s, and we're in leg 5. I think he had the same stats as the 1 leg.
But what do you put it down to?
Just not firing, just not got going. In the room there, quite a long break between the quarters and the semis. These players are used to it. Sometimes it works in your favour. It's hot in there, which is not expected when you're towards the end of October. Absolutely melting in this arena.
98.
Just wondering as well if there's a touch of who he's playing, maybe. You're certainly feeling the pressure, the heat maybe of the arena, but strangely subdued, Michael van Gerwen.
Just needs a bit of a spark.
134.
Certainly better. Gives himself double 16, despite the lacklustre start from Van Gerwen. Could go in at the break only 3-2 down, which you have to say with his average would be a bit of a result.
Game show.
Well, there we have it. Van Gerwen stays in it. It's scrappy, it's nervy, it's edgy. This semi-final, so much at stake between the two Dutch darting giants. Barneveld with the edge, race to 11 to play Terry Jenkins in the European Championship final. Barney leads 3-2. Strangely subdued. It will get better. Van Gerwen and Barneveld in the semi-final for the right to play Terry Jenkins in the 2014 European Championship final here in Mulheim. Barney with the advantage, 3-2 up. 89 average, Michael van Gerwen 87. It's not what we expected. It's a real scrap.
19.
Well, if it was the 1500 metres, they'd still be on the first lap, just pacing themselves. That's what it seems like. First to 11, still a long way to go. The average is almost irrelevant at this stage.
Yeah.
There we see,
60.
just short of 90 on both columns.
140.
Van Gerwen plays darts on adrenaline, doesn't he?
Oh, the Mario brothers enjoying the local amber nectar,
57.
enjoying the darts on the big stage here in Mülheim, Germany. The big events on the calendar. Maximum for Van Gerwen as he finally starting to hit the big scores.
And seeing a bit of emotion as well.
That's
a good response, but it might not be enough.
Well,
Look what he's left, 144.
75 after the two darts there, after the first dart rather. Should have gone 25 ball, because if Barney takes this out, it will be a killer. There's the first one, needs another. Oh, he'd be disappointed that wasn't in, because that would have been
96. Michael will require 40.
one in the solar plexus for MVG.
Well, Van Gerwen's finishing has been ordinary. There you have it.
At best, Stu.
There you have it.
48.
This would be a real steal.
Game show, the sixth round.
Well, but here the dart hit the barrel of that second one, and it flicked it into the path of the double 16. Well, he had a maximum. First three darts in the last leg. Lost it by missing tops. 177 to start leg 7.
Well, by Van Gerwen's very high standards, he was nowhere near with those three darts at tops. His checkout percentage was over 60% against Chisnall, and now all of a sudden, after all those missed doubles, he's on a 9-darter. 177, 180, 144 left. Surely not.
What's going on?
60.
Where did that come from?
144.
144, two trebles. There's one, treble 20 for double 12. Double 12 for Van Gerwen! Double 12 for Van Gerwen! Where did that come from, Stuart?
Unbelievable from Michael Van Gerwen. A 9-darter in the European Championship semi-final. They're getting on with it. For Van Gerwen, it's only a leg, but what a leg from absolutely nowhere. Sensational darts in Germany.
Well, it's been an absolute bag of mashings for 15 minutes, and now 12 perfect darts on the bounce from the current king in the world of darts, the world number one, the world champion, looking to be the first European champion.
Well, someone bring out a cold flannel. Unbelievable.
Well, we said he needed a spark. That's more of a volcano.
Well, after the disappointment of losing the 6th leg when he missed those three darts at tops. 177, 180, 144. Michael Van Gerwen's hit 9 darters at the World Championship, at the World Match Play, the European Championship. I think it's fair to say he's firing now.
These players know each other so well, but it was so good to see Sylvia, Raymer's partner, the first up there to applaud the 9-darter from Michael. Everybody in the audience absolutely erupted when that double 12 went in. You could see everybody standing in the audience in anticipation. Oh, double 16 for Barney to maintain the 2-leg advantage, and there's Sylvia.
Well, now we've got a game.
57.
So many players hit 9 darters and lost the match.
But it came from nowhere, Stuart.
Yeah, it did.
Absolutely
It came
nowhere.
off the back of those 3 awful darts at tops that he missed.
Almost makes you wish we could take away the first 5 legs.
But he's under pressure, he's continually under pressure here. The 9-darter will count for absolutely nothing, because at the moment it's Barneveld who's controlling the game. He's controlling the pace of the game.
55.
And at the moment, you just feel that even at 5-3, there's a long way to go. But is it Barneveld's to lose from here? Van Gerwen's got to still pick up the pace.
He's got to be more consistent. Remember, Michael van Gerwen hitting his first 9-darter in the Master of Darts when he was a young lad with all the prospects,
54.
which he's now delivering. He's geeing himself up, really geeing himself up. A 9-darter in the semi-final of the European Championship, the second in the history, both hitting against Van Barneveld. Lewis against Barney and Van Gerwen against Barney.
58. Claiming you require 152.
152 for Barney would just be as good as that 144. But apart from the double 12 for the 9-darter, his finishing has been way off, hasn't it? Cannot afford to miss here, Michael.
Well, he's gone for 20 double 18. Moving the target because he's been missing double top and reaps the reward of changing his double. And in it went. Well, there will be a break after this leg, and I think a few of us here might need a drink of water to tickle the tonsils.
100.
But as I say, Barney's still controlling proceedings, still has that break of throw. Win here and he keeps his advantage.
60.
Well, that 9-darter was extraordinary, as we know, but if you take that out of the equation, Michael's been very, very ordinary.
60.
Well, he knows it.
There's a case in point. 60 from Barney, and normally we see Van Gerwen pounce on mistakes like that.
140.
Mr. Fill it. And fill it, he does. Well, chalk and cheese from Van Gerwen. It's either all over or on the button. Both 161. Well, he may go for bull here, because it would leave 96 if he hits the 25. It's a good thinking. Van Gerwen 161. Needs it. Needs it. He needs it. Bull for Van Gerwen! The roar from MVG. We've had a 9-darter and now a 161 from the man in green.
Moment of magic in Mulheim. Michael van Gerwen, who was really, really struggling, and somehow, from absolutely nowhere, came up with the perfect leg. 144, there it is, double 12. And then he followed it up with a 161 on the ball to level the match at 5 apiece. Absolutely magnificent from Michael van Gerwen. But for Van Gerwen and Van Barneveld, there's still a semi-final to be won. 5 apiece. First to 11 to play Terry Jenkins in the final.
Well, I'm sure Terry will be watching in the back room and applauding the 9-darter from Michael. The 161 also. Biggest finish this weekend so far. Absolutely extraordinary change in fortunes in this semi-final. In about 30 seconds.
And look at this, Barneveld responding.
140.
You just know that Van Gerwen will come up with something special. You don't know when, but you know that he will.
100.
And, you know, we remember the amazing Players' Championship final when he won 7 consecutive legs against Phil Taylor, and Taylor didn't even get a dart at a double.
100.
That's what Van Gerwen can do to opponents.
Well, champions believe in themselves, don't they? Even when the going's getting tough.
97.
That's why he's world number 1. World champion. Looking to be the first European player into the European Darts Championship final, and maybe the win.
I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him. Well,
21.
Sheepish there, the little look. Missing the ball into the one.
Barney's brilliant on this finish. Not this time, so Van Gerwen here will return
100.
and try to go in front for the first time in this semi-final.
Is his doubling getting better? Well, it certainly is. There's your answer. The old back of the net 1-0 from MVG. He leads 6-5.
That's unlucky.
35.
Deflection off the barrel, out of the treble 20 into the treble 5. But Barney is still a threat. Make no mistake, Barney is still a threat. But Van Gerwen here is upping the ante, isn't he? He is firing.
Well, the extraordinary thing, he was averaging less than 80 after the first session, and it's now a smidgen short of 100. And in fact, he's just gone over the 100. Absolutely extraordinary changes in Van Gerwen. Averaging around 120 in that session. Absolutely outstanding. That's why this is one of the best sports to be at in the venue and watch on TV.
No, it's just sporting theatre
82.
of the highest quality.
Raymond, you require
Van Gerwen's left a ton. Barney here looking at 132. Treble 19 keeps him in it.
Not quite.
49.
100 for Van Gerwen. Was it single 20? He may go for 2 tops.
Yeah, well, this is for 4 consecutive legs, Alan, as well. That's a cruel blow for Raymond van Barneveld. Michael van Gerwen, as Alan mentioned, after the first 5 legs, was averaging 87. 7 legs later, he's averaging 100.
23.
So work that out, it's around about 108, 109, 110, isn't it? Over the last 7 legs.
Somewhere around there. Absolutely incredible change of fortunes. I've said 2 or 3 times, but just can't believe where it's come from. He just didn't look like he was there.
Yep. 60 points on the floor.
Well, and these two play each other in the first round of the Masters next weekend.
They do, next Saturday in Edinburgh.
That'll give some added spice.
Tickets still available. Royal Highland Centre, next Saturday and Sunday if you fancy it. The Masters, the top 16 in the world.
Gotta wait 6 more days.
I think it'll be interesting now that Van Gerwen has found something amazing from absolutely nowhere, is how Van Barneveld responds.
Well, yeah, he led the game more or less all the way through. So that spurt in the middle from Van Gerwen,
Michael, you require
but
96.
commenced with that extraordinary 9-dart finish.
Didn't want to come inside.
Raymond, you require 107.
You can't, you're difficult, you just can't criticise Van Gerwen after what we've just seen. But Barney can punish him with double 14. Thank you.
Well, Raymond needed that one just to give himself a little bit more belief. Otherwise, Van Gerwen could have almost run away with it. Well, Barney made a stern stuff, as we know.
2 darts, Alan. 2 darts missed at double 18 for 8-5. That would have been 5 consecutive legs, and it would have been difficult to see Barney coming back. But what a brave shot that was at 107.
Yeah, kept his cool.
125.
Certainly been a good aspect of Barney's game over the last 3 days, Stuart. He's kept his cool under pressure. He's beat some good players just in pipe.
46.
Got beaten by Van Gerwen, Barney, Whitlock, Van der Voort and Wright, and Dolan and Chisnell by Michael. So they've both beaten some fantastic professionals. Packed here in Moorheim. To the rafters. They were dancing 10 minutes ago. A little bit more subdued at this moment. But all they need is another spark to dance in the aisles.
$100. Michael, you require 99.
After losing his throw. Double 16.
83.
You know, he's averaging nearly 102, but only 7 out of 21 on the doubles. So you can see how his scoring has been immense over the last 7 or 8 legs.
And most of that damage was early, wasn't it?
That's pressure. That's pressure on Van Gerwen. But he's up to it. Break straight back. 8-6 it is.
Michael, the throw first. Game on.
Still got the finals to come. When you're this playing Terry Jenkins, I don't think I can wait another week, Stuart. A day without darts is like waking up without your pants on.
91.
Here he goes again.
140.
Daphne. This is Van Gerwen to you and I. But she's been used to watching her husband win and win big over the last 2 years. Got married in August.
117.
Lovely switch from the world champion, the world number 1. Barneveld started number 16 in the world rankings on Friday here in Mulheim. Just snuck into the Masters, didn't he, to set up that clash with Van Gerwen. He's up to 13 in the world.
88.
Whatever happens is Raymond.
Scoring's been letting him down in the last couple of legs, despite winning leg 13.
59.
107 finishing that one.
16.
Maximum in the last one, but lost the leg. Van Gerwen is on fire at the moment. Gets himself in front again in this semi-final. The winner to play Terry Jenkins in about 30 or 40 minutes time. But here, Michael Van Gerwen leads Raymond van Barneveld, playing 9 legs to 6. Come back after the break.
Player Michael Van Gerwen, 9-6 up, 2 away from a place in another major TV final against Terry Jenkins. If you're just joining us, you missed a 9-darter from Michael Van Gerwen, who was really struggling in this semi-final. Barney looked in control, but the 9-darter waking up the Dutch green darting machine. And a 1-6-1 to level it at 5-all, arguably just as important. He's flying now! 7-1-80s in the semi-final, 27 in the tournament so far for Van Gerwen.
Well into the hundreds on the average as well. And when you look back at that first session, he couldn't hit a barn door with a pork pie. He just was all over the place. 103 average now and rising and rising. The man is on fire. Hashtag awesome.
Well, it seems that Barneveld here
58.
absolutely powerless to do anything about this. Couldn't hit a treble, couldn't hit a double
59.
for the first section of this match. How dare anybody ever doubt him?
Oh, exactly. Just goes to show,
Michael, you require
again, it's not all about the first few legs, it's about the whole of the match. Well, went for 25, which would have left
82.
19 tops. Strange way to go.
Raymond, you require 158.
Just checking his score. 158, Raymond. He's had some terrific finishes over the last 3 days. This would be a pretty good one. Not to beat. Treble 18 leads double 12. He stayed on the 20s. Van Gerwen has struggled on tops on occasions, but he isn't struggling now, Stuart. He's on that crest of a wave on the off.
7 out of the last 8 legs to Michael Van Gerwen. Oh, this is just amazing. Amazing. A rare talent in the world of darts, a rare talent in the world of sport.
91.
Well, he's fired up now, isn't he? Absolutely fired up. Hitting the big troubles with ultimate ease.
If this is the last leg, it may well be. We've still got to say that Raymond van Barneveld has proved a little point over this weekend after the nightmare that was the World Grand Prix in Dublin. So much documented, talked about, the back problems, the throwing the darts away, and desperately disappointing as Van Gerwen hits a 9th 180.
Outstanding from Van Gerwen. From Barney's point of view, definitely more positives than negatives to reflect on after the European Championships. Not over yet, but looking likely for Van Gerwen. He's had a 9. This is to get to 11 legs and a place in the European Darts Championship final. Double 8. Double 8 hit by Van Gerwen. Well, he exploded into this semi-final in leg 7 with that magical 9-darter. A big hug from Big Barney. It's Michael Van Gerwen who moves on extraordinarily into the final against Terry Jenkins, which will be coming up later. Don't miss it.